I read before the Batman 2022. This is a prequel novel to Robert Pattinson's Batman. It it's weird because it's only 136 pages. It's like 26 chapters, meaning that most of the chapters are a couple pages each. So it sort of feels like a kid's novel, even though it's based off of a 15 rated movie. And despite that, it's a pretty good book. It's Bruce when he was like 17, about. He's out of school. It's like summer holiday. Spends all his time working on his car, trying to improve the speed of it, but keep the weight down. And eventually, he sort of tests his car out by going to this like illegal street racing. I forgot to say I'm going to do a breakdown in the novel. Um, joins this illegal street racing thing, and sort of bonds with a girl called Dex. I was about to say like form like but this is only a couple days. Anyway, um, and one day, uh, you know, Eddie Nashton, Eddie. I mean, I don't know if they. I forget what his name is in the film, but I know that that's his name in the Arkham games. But the man who would become the Riddler. I can't say a word without saying it like a Scottish accent. Riddler, whatever. He sort of he he's coming out of an alley and ends up like, whoa, fucking nearly got run over there by a car. Whatever. And he's like, and I need to punish these people. So he blows up Dex's car. And then it cuts to like 11 years later, where Bruce is technically Batman. He's just not wearing the bat suit. He's just wearing armor and a mask. And he sees this guy break into a place using the explosive gel from the Arkham games. So he follows him to like the supplier of the explosive gel. Turns out it's Dex. So he follows Dex. She ends up into a prison to visit her dad, and she's like, "Look, you'll be out in the next couple of days." So, Bruce is saying, "Oh, she is the fucking distributor. Like, she's the top dog, and she's gonna break her dad out of jail. Like, probably blow it up." So he confronts her, and she says that she's not the head. It's actually someone who works for Falcone. Because at this point, Falcone is like the top gangster. And Penguin is basically just the doorman. Um, yeah, this guy works for Falcone, is the boss of at least the explosive gel operation. Um, and her dad is innocent. So Bruce works with the police, and they just sort of kind of report all this. And then it just ends with Falcone warning that guy, "Don't do that again or I'll kill you." So, really good book, despite the presentation. Although the presentation was actually why I was able to read it, because it used to be that I would read books while playing like Seed or Fall Guys or something, because I had this really good setup. But then I was sort of forced out of that room where the setup was in, into a tiny room with a tiny TV that was hanging way up and no table. And trying to read with all that, it didn't work out, so I just stopped reading physical books. But the TV has been lowered down since then. And because the words are big and it's a small book, like physically, it's easy to read now. Whereas I couldn't read. There still will be books I can't read under those conditions. I have another book out, which it's also 26 chapters, but it's about triple the length. So it used to be that I would read a chapter of this every night. But when I got hungover, I sort of stopped doing that. And even after I recovered and after I recovered from Corona and all that, I still couldn't be bothered / forgot to read it, but eventually I did and finished it. So I want to read a chapter a day of that other book, but I don't think I will. Because I was reading these chapters. It was like literally the last thing I would do every day. Before going to bed at 2 a.m. It was last night. And it was easy for this because, let me just find the chapter. Right, chapter, what number is this? 12 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages. Whereas this other book, it's a lot more than that, and also words are smaller. Book itself is slightly bigger. Anyway, I'm hoping for a film review coming soon. I've started this film, I have like 50 minutes left. I just haven't got around finishing yet, because any time that I think, oh, this is a good time to watch it, I end up just watching Shameless. And I have no problem saying Shameless because I'm nowhere near the end. I'm on like season 4. Nothing. What else? On Saturday, I'll be going to the cinema to see 3 movies. Saturday is Batman Day, so they are putting Michael Keaton's first movie, The Dark Knight, and Joker back in cinema. I've never seen any of them in cinema, so I really want to go if they were doing like the Batman 2022. I wouldn't be as definitely going, if you know what I mean, because I've already seen that in cinema. Also, that was only a year ago that I seen it. Whereas I seen Joker 3 years ago, Dark Knight 8 years ago, and I've seen Batman 89 like twice. Once was when I was like 7, and the other time was sometime between 2017 and 2019. As for Sundays, possible film review coming. Sounds like I'm crying, but I'm not. I'm trying to think what else. There's a show final review coming in like 10 episodes, like 15 minutes each, I would say, but the last couple are probably like an hour and a half. Might be a couple other final reviews, because I'll do like a couple mini series that Netflix have released. A lot of shit coming out. Like, as soon as Ahsoka and Only Murders in the Building are done, we've got Loki, Lupin, and something else. Then we've also got like Gen V, Invincible. What If comes in December. So I'm still doing a rewatch of 24. I'm a couple episodes away from finishing season 6. I'm gonna skip Redemption because one, it's not on Disney Plus, and two, I'm not a fan of Redemption. So I'll just go straight on to season 7 because you don't really need to watch Redemption to understand season 7. The only story connection is that Sherry Jones is now the president. But I mean, that's the only time that you really see the inauguration of a president that just kind of reveal it. Any other time, like, oh, D.B. Woodside is the president now. They don't, you know what I mean. So go for it. I know I got season 7, 8, Live Another Day, Legacy. I'm torn between doing Criminal Minds, The Practice, or a rewatch of the MCU next. It'll probably be The Practice. Not gonna finish it though because I might be getting a job soon, fingers crossed. And there's 200 something episodes of The Practice left. As for games, I mean, I don't know about ones that I have 2 games that I'll do reviews for. I'll download on the PlayStation right now, but I don't even know. I can't be bothered playing them because they're like 99% cutscene, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I want to play the game. And as for new games, there are 2 coming out. One comes out in 30 days, we'll say, and the other one comes out in 45 days. I'm just gonna assume that's everything.